Hi, Stanley Porter here, co-author of The Wait Is Over, certified nutrition coach, and your online resource for personal training, here to talk to you about my thoughts on the ketogenic diet. So I've been asked quite a few questions, and one of them that came up recently was, what do you think about the keto diet? Number one, the ketogenic diet does produce amazing short-term results. Absolutely. Studies have shown, and I have witnessed from people that have used it, either clients or friends, that somewhere in as little as 4 weeks, you can experience a significant drop in body weight. Some studies have been conducted for as long as 6 months, and people have shown varying degrees of weight loss, all significant in that period of time. So what makes this happen? For some of you already know a bit about the keto diet, but for those who don't, here's a quick review as to why this significant weight drop happens. It all has to do with how the body uses energy from food. So when you eat food, know that there are three main macronutrients: protein, carbs, and fats. Now, your body typically will use the carbohydrates first as a source of energy. So I eat a banana, that sugar goes into my bloodstream, gives me a boost, and I have energy to perform work. I have fats inside my body as well from food that I've eaten, and some fat that has been stored. Now, because carbs are the primary source of energy, when the body keeps using the carbs only for energy, the fat that I have in my body kind of hangs out. It stays. It doesn't really get tapped into. And if it does get tapped into for energy, a very small percentage is used. Why? Because I've got a lot of carbs flowing through my system, and the body prefers carbs. So the ketogenic diet, what it does is it puts you in a position so that the body doesn't rely on carbs and will now tap into the fat that is in your body, thereby helping you to get rid of some of the fat. So how that works is you consume a low carb diet. And some people will go to the extreme of even consuming no carbs. So what that does is just put your metabolism it just resets it, and your body has to operate in a whole new fashion. So low carbs or no carbs, body now starts attacking the fat and using that all up. Typically, a ketogenic diet will also involve high fat intake as well, because you still need energy coming in, on a daily basis. So you've gotten rid of the carbs and you're putting in high fat content, so your body will now train itself to use fat for energy, whether it's exogenous, meaning it's coming in from the outside, or endogenous, meaning the fat is already in there. The body is now saying, carbs, I don't need you anymore. But that's pretty much how the ketogenic diet works. Now, I said short-term results. Studies have shown that beyond, like, say, 6 months or so, we don't really see a lot of sustainability for the ketogenic diet. Like, it's very hard to maintain for a lot of reasons, okay? Does it produce results? Yes, in the short term, you get amazing results for the reasons that I just explained. The body will use fats instead of carbs, and you're gonna lose body fat on this diet. The second thing, my thought on the keto diet is it can be very nutritionally challenging. So there are some challenges. So number one, you might encounter an electrolyte imbalance, okay? Particularly in the beginning. Your electrolytes are chemically what your body uses to keep electrical currents flowing through it. Electrolytes include calcium, magnesium, potassium, and sodium. Each of them do different things, but one of the things that they all kind of help is with the nerve impulses that go through your body. So your brain is a part of your central nervous system. So when you're talking about, the brain telling the body what to do, sending signals out, and the rest of the body kind of reacting to those signals, your electrolytes help that to happen. When you're on the keto diet, you also lose a lot of water weight because you're getting rid of the carbs in your system, and carbohydrates actually bond with water molecules in your body. So your body holds on to some water when you have carbs in your system. But when you decrease your carbs drastically or eliminate them, your body will begin to release water that it has. And so you end up going to the bathroom a lot. You're getting rid of water, not just from urination, but even in your respiration, your breathing, and your sweat. And as a result of so much water loss, your electrolytes leave as well. Think about the reason why Gatorade was developed. I mean, Gatorade's big thing is that it replenishes electrolytes. There's a football team, the Gators, and they realized that playing in all that hot weather, that it was having a negative impact on the athletes, and they were losing their electrolytes. So they needed to develop something that they could ingest to replenish those electrolytes so they could still function. So when you're on the keto diet, you run the risk of, because you're getting rid of a lot of water in your system, losing lots of your electrolytes and then creating an imbalance. So your nerve impulses might be off, your muscle contraction could be off, might experience fatigue. Another thing is some of the vitamins that are pretty prevalent in some food sources that you eliminate on the keto diet, they're gone from your body too, or you're going to struggle to keep those levels up, namely vitamins B and C. So vitamin B is found in a lot of the whole grains that we eat. It's B1, B2, B3, B12. But you find a lot of these nutrients, these vitamin B nutrients, in fortified cereals that we eat. Well, if you're on the keto diet, you are not eating cereals, and you're not eating these whole grains. Also, vitamin C is something that you find in potatoes. You'll find it in, obviously citrus fruits, and vitamin C is very important for helping your body to recover. And you're not eating citrus fruits on a keto diet. You're not eating potatoes, so you'll have to, scrounge around to find other sources of vitamin B and vitamin C. Fiber might be an issue because a lot of the fiber that we consume comes from the whole grain sources that we eat. And you're not eating brown rice on a keto diet. You're not eating, whole wheat bread. There are other sources of fiber. Obviously, you can eat broccoli. You can get fiber from some nuts, but you may struggle to have an adequate level of fiber in your diet following the keto rules. So that's my second thought about it. Number one, it does produce amazing short-term results. It can produce amazing short-term results. Number two, my thoughts is that it can be a very challenging diet in terms of nutrition. Now, my third thought on the keto diet is that it's very important that you remember that one size doesn't fit all. Just because someone else is doing the keto diet doesn't mean it's going to have the same results for you. It's really a personal choice, and you have to consider a couple of things. Number one, do you have any pre-existing conditions like heart disease, diabetes, or do you have issues, with your liver or kidneys? Because the keto diet can put some strain on those organs, you have to be very careful, and you probably need to be medically monitored in general if you're following a keto diet, but particularly if you have a pre-existing condition that impacts your metabolism or your pancreas, your liver, your kidneys. I would not suggest you do the keto diet unless you get clearance and or supervision from your doctor. The dietary changes as well you need to consider are very drastic. So that boils down to your personality and what you're capable, how well you're able to adapt. So I'll give you an example, going back to the food choices. If you're used to getting your vitamin C from, citrus fruits, and all of a sudden you can't eat as much citrus as you used to, and then you start scrounging around for other food sources that supply vitamin C, and you find out, well, I get vitamin C from green peppers, but are you really willing to have a cup of chopped green pepper or red peppers to, get your vitamin C intake for the day? So it boils down to taste as well. Some people are okay with it. They will approach a new diet and say, whatever I got to do, I'm not concerned about taste. But for many people, taste is important. And so if you are wedded to taste and it's hard for you to change your palate, going on the keto diet may prove challenging for you. So you really have to weigh that. Is my shopping list now going to be more expensive because I'm eliminating certain types of foods and now I have to buy more of others just to keep my nutrition where it needs to be. Do you want to do strict keto dieting versus maybe a low carb diet? So again, one size doesn't fit all. Strict keto dieting is you're going to consume less than 50 grams of carbs daily. You might even go down to 20 grams, right? Somewhere between 20 and 50 is a strict keto diet. Let's put that in context. That means if you eat a banana, you've pretty much gone through half of your carbs for the day. Think about that. I can get my fats, because the fats can go as high as 90% on a keto diet. So I can get my healthy fats from things like salmon. I can get them from almonds and certain nuts, avocados. But again, do you like avocados? Do you like almonds? Do you like salmon? Or are you going to go the route of some of the other fats that might not be that good for you? Hamburgers, sausages, and so forth, and cheese. There's two sides to this debate. Some people say the unhealthy fats are okay on the keto diet because your body's going to use them. But then the other side is we know that consuming unhealthy fats, particularly saturated fats, are not good for your heart or your arteries and over the long run. So are you willing to take that gamble, or are you willing to be that disciplined that you say all the fats that I consume are going to be healthy? And do I like those food choices? So these are things that you really have to consider. So an alternative to a keto diet is a low carb diet. So you don't have to go as low as 20 grams of carbs a day to lose weight. You can do a lower carb diet, cycle yourself down, figure out, as I said in my previous video, that it's important to track your food you're eating. And so you'll figure out how many carbs you consume at your current weight. So let's assume you're taking in 200 carbs. Maybe you want to drop it down by 50 carbs every 2 weeks. So go down to 150, go down to 100, okay? And see what your body does. But the strict keto diet, you're going to be eating as low as 20 to 50 grams of carbs. Now, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments for me. Also, if you think somebody else could benefit from this lesson, please like, comment, and share this video so more people can see this video and get the information. If you're looking for another resource to help you along your weight loss journey, I would suggest checking out my book, The Wait Is Over. It's available on Amazon.com, written by myself, Stanley Porter, and the co-author, Nikisha Nunn. It's a great memoir about losing weight and approaching weight not just as a physical phenomenon, but as a spiritual and emotional phenomenon as well. Check me out on Instagram, check me out on Facebook. Also, you can go to my website, www.stanleyporter.net, and find out how I might be able to help you through personal training or a small group class or some other type of coaching. All right, until next time, have a great day, be happy and be healthy, and remember, true power comes from within.